you don't see very many homeless out on the streets of Buffalo because that's it's the stereotype that people think of as the old guy pushing the shopping cart down the street. Maybe he's got his belongings in there, some cans or bottles, but that only makes up even less than 10% of the homeless population here in Erie County. So that means a large proportion are not that stereotype. You have women in families, people that are victims of domestic violence. 25% of the homeless are children,
wow.
which under the age of 18, that shocks people.
Yeah.
But they're children in families that are homeless. Certainly, the largest number come from singles, mostly single men. But a lot of times, most homeless people find their way out of homelessness in a very short period of time and really don't need much assistance. So they just are in a shelter for a very short period of time and are able to work themselves out. Among families, the largest proportion is among single mothers, and that's coincidentally, it's one of the largest areas of concentration of those in poverty.
Right.
There are shelters that people go to, but the main access point is through the Department of Social Services. And I do have to say that the Department of Social Services does an excellent job of making sure that families and children don't live out on the streets. If they are out on the streets, it's for a very short period of time until they realize that they can get help. So you really don't see very many children or families out on the streets.
Right.
They do enter the shelters very quickly. The largest problem are, like I said, are males. But you go, the largest shelter is the City Mission. For families, you have the Salvation Army on Main Street, and there's the Temple of Christ on Sycamore Street that takes families. But their entry system is through the Department of Social Services. So if someone thinks they're on the verge of homelessness, they really should go down to the Department of Social Services first. The root cause of homelessness is poverty. We have about 30% of the people in the area living below the poverty level. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck or week to week in your job or even on a social services assistance, one traumatic incident in your life can just throw you into the cycle of not being able to pay your rent or pay your other bills. If you get sick at your job, many people don't have sick days. You don't have time off. Your car breaks down. You just run into an event that you just can't handle, and you get thrown into a cycle where you just can't pay your bills, and some people end up homeless. Most people end up with friends or family for a short period of time. They call that doubling up or couch surfing. And after a while, you sort of wear out your welcome. If you've got a couple of kids or something like that, it may be hard for mom and dad to put up with you for a while.
Right.
And eventually, like I said, you wear out your welcome and say, you got to go. You got to find someplace else to live. Some people face overcrowding when that happens. Landlords don't like it. Certainly, if you're living in a public municipal housing, it's not even legal for you to have that
to be doubled up that way.